Well, this is going to be called therapy right now. I want to know when it's safe to come out and play. It's Coach Simmons, and I'm going to get to what everybody wants to talk about in a little bit, but we're going to first go through the whole HBCU FCS experience. We're going to start off in the MEAC because they say we never talk about the MEAC. I'm going to give you some numbers. 59-7, 41-9. Technically, this is HBCU, but still it's out of conference. 35-34, 38-6, 20-10. Absolutely no MEAC team won a game this past week. None, not one team. And then, we got to give love and respect to all HBCUs. So we do give props to Tennessee State, who is actually playing like the best HBCU out there. He pulled off a win against Gardner-Webb, last second field goal. A win is a win, right? And like I said, all HBCUs on FCS level. $27-3. Elon. I guess Elon Musk must have played halfback or something. Beat up on A&T 27-3. Now that that's out of the way, I want to give you some numbers. 48-7. And technically, we got to give props to these two schools. Grambling beat Florida Memorial 58-22, like they should have. Pine Bluff squeaked past Miles College 21-20. A win is a win. After this week, a win is a freaking win. FAMU beat West Florida Powerhouse D2. Keep that in mind. 31-10. Now let's talk. SMU beat Prairie View 69-0. Rice beat Texas Southern 59-7. Southern beat Alabama A&M. Look, that's in conference. Good. You needed to win Southern 20-10. Alcorn was the only bright spot for the weekend. Only FCS HBCU to beat at least an FCS school. I don't care what you say about, they're the crappy FCS school. It's a hell of a lot better than getting blown out to Delta State. All of these games, I'm going to get to the one you want to talk about pretty soon. Every single one of these games, except for the Alcorn one, and I'm not going to count the D2 wins, prove that HBCU football as a collective is not ready to play outside of their conference. This year, we have celebrated close losses from Morgan State versus Akron and Howard versus Eastern Michigan. We have not celebrated a win. I mean, Morgan State, yes, we did. Take that back. Morgan State beat Richmond. That was celebrated. Surprised, motherfucker. That was celebrated. Alcorn versus McNeese should be celebrated. But that's it. That is, if you want to count, no, screw that. That is it. Tennessee State, yes, I'm happy. Thank Jehoshaphat, you beat Gardner Webb. So you're still on track to win your conference. It's going to be an uphill battle, but you're still on track to do it. And you beat an out-of-conference team in Arkansas Pine Bluff. Now to this last game, the one everybody wants to talk about. The Jackson State versus Texas State game. 77-34. One more time for the folks in the back row. 77-34. Jackson State University. This game was not down to lack of talent. This game was not won off of lack of production. We can get the excuses out of the way right now. We don't really take excuses on this channel. We're going to get them out the way. Yes, when the refs swallowed the flag, swallowed the whistle on the interception where Jackson State down, I believe it was 20-34, moving the ball when Powers was basically tackled, horse collar to the ground. When they swallowed that whistle, and then Texas State, when they had to score, that was a game changer. But here's the problem with that. Every single person in that stadium, every single HBCU supporter online, every single person in the state of Texas knew that's Hays County. When you play at Texas State, you got to go in there and whoop their ass because the refs will swallow the whistle to get out safely. That's just bottom line. I literally told you that before the game. I told you about the short between the 5 and 10, the 10 to 15, in the middle of the field. Let your tight ends eat. Open the whole freaking game. But one of the easier losses for Jackson State this year was self-inflicted. I'm not sure what happened to special teams. When you start the game of every play, every drive, you ask 45 to 50, you made them work with half a field while you worked with the full field. I'm not sure what happened when we had the little kicker from Southern on the team, and he was doing the ticky-tock stuff and said how happy he was to be at Jackson State, and all of a sudden he's gone from the team. I don't know what happened, but the kicker, I said it on the pregame video, your special teams and kickers will display, describe, determine, whatever you want to call it, determine the damn game. Half a field. And I also said your middle linebackers and your safeties will determine the game. You cannot let anybody get on top of you. Peppers, middle of the field, the linebacking core, your safeties, and your kicker. That's what determined the game. 77-34. You can't say that your fans didn't show up and support, because they did. You know how many people I saw downtown San Marcos, downtown Austin, hell, the Domain Austin, still right now in Austin from Jackson State. San Antonio, I was there too, from Jackson State. Y'all showed up. You showed out. When Jackson State finally got a touchdown, it was 14-6 because the kicker missed every point. I saw how loud that crowd was. Even though I could not physically understand the lack of execution on the obvious plays. I'm not saying I'm Bill Parcells. I'm not saying that. Like I said, the highest level of coach I ever was or ever will be was junior high school. But when I look at it in the whole game, the middle linebackers from Texas State were not in position to stop your tight ends. And you cannot step up into the pocket. That's a problem. Jackson State was supposed to be the big bad booty daddy on the block. That's the biggest hope for any SWAC or HBCU team to win against an FBS school this year. Morgan State came close. But now we got to ask ourselves, will it be actually a time and frame to get this hype again, this motivated again to say, hey, we can go out there, we can compete outside the conference when we're getting beat 35-7. Yeah, Valley. Valley has lost to 2 Division II schools. We can't beat D2 schools right now out of conference. What the hell are we going to do when anyone else come a knocking? Because right now, it looks like HBCUs or the FCS and even the Division IIs money games. Do we refocus on football or pretend like it's 2010 to 2020 and say, screw it, we got the band battles? Coach Simmons, therapy's over for the day. I'll catch y'all boys middle of the week.